Good morning, buzzers. It's Thursday. It's the 18th of February. I'm Mike from Buzz50.com, the social networking site for seniors over 50. This is Good Morning, Buzzers. It's just our friendly chat at 7:30 a.m. UK time, but it could be any time where you are. Do you know, it could even be yesterday at 7:30 a.m. UK time every single day of the week, and it's live. If you want to prove whether it's live or not, you can call in on Skype, Mike Buzz50 or Mike at Buzz50.com, and say hello. You could normally phone in, but Mila and I are in Russia, and the phones aren't quite working right here. So do call in on Skype if you want. We are live. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Twitter. We're live on the Buzz50 homepage. And most importantly, we are live in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room. We've got loads of people in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room. You can come and join us if you like. We have got Witch Morgana, Pronto, Viv Huff, La Riviera. We've got Fee, we've got John P, we've got Midnight, we've got Mackie White, we've got Sasquatch, we've got Miller crawling along the floor here. Can you hear her laughing? She's trying to keep out of the camera, coming to get something. Hops it better this morning than Ott was yesterday, mistypes Viv Huff, who's also saying, morning Mike, looking good in a V-neck swoon, flicking my hair and fluttering my eyelashes at you, which is probably the best way of getting buzzer points. The other way is by guessing the tunes. Morning all, says John P. John P's with us as well. Morning Larry, so Pronto's with us as well. Oh, we've got loads and loads of people. Why is Miller crawling on the phone? She's crawling on the floor to get something that she didn't want to walk in and get for fear of being live, and she didn't want to. Don't pick up the lappy today, Mike, then it won't break up. The tunes today, courtesy of a Microsoft phone. The less said about the Microsoft phone at the moment, the better. Oops, meant floor lol, says Viv Huff. This is a tune. He will be using his tune. He will be using his phone for the tune and voice pieces, Witch Morgana. Yes, thank you, Witch Morgana, I will. This is a tune from a film. Now, what's really important is to get 10,000 buzzer points, what I would like is the name, the film. Don't mention the name of the tune. You'll give the game away to somebody else. So, Cracker Jack, says Mackie White. How can people guess it before I've even played it? That's absolutely amazing, Mackie White. Well done for getting it wrong. It's not Cracker Jack. Mally IOM has joined us in the Good Morning Buzzers room. What film, what famous film is this, the theme tune from? Here we go. Let's see if this works. It'll come up in a minute. There's about a 3 or 4 second delay, but I can just ramble on during that time. That's all you're going to get? That's all you're going to get just now. Was it loud enough? If it wasn't loud enough, I'm going to have to let me stand up and get a bit closer. Blazing Saddles, says Viv Huff. Have a listen to this. It's coming. It takes about 3 or 4 seconds. Here we go. Any idea what that is? He says, talking over a bit of it so you can't hear it all. Intentionally. Gone with the Wind, says Viv Huff. Love Story, says Viv Huff. Blazing Saddles, Easy Rider, Naked Tango, Last Tango in Paris, Percy, Felix the Cat. Viv, you can't just read out a list of every film ever made. Any other guesses coming in? It's a Wonderful Life, says Viv Huff. Viv, I have to agree with you. It is A Wonderful Life, but that is not the name of the film. Just in case you're wondering, this is not the Good Morning Viv Huff show that's on every morning at 7:30 a.m. UK time. It's just that Viv Huff is very quick with her fingers typing when we have the competitions going. The Bodyguard, says Sasquatch. Pronto says The Good, The Bad and Macy. No, The Good, Bad and Macy. Poltergeist and Exorcist, says Viv Huff. No. Lollop Mike, says Viv Huff. This is the other thing that we do. Well, we do lots of things. This is live, by the way. If you want to come and join us, 7:30 a.m. UK time every single day of the week. If you can, please come up with some different ideas of what we can do each morning. The more interactive we can make it, the better. We have got loads of people in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room, which is great because they can type, I can read it out. You can call in on Skype if you want. And when we've got it running from, I'm not very good at multitasking. When we've got it running from the UK, then we can do phone calls as well. Viv, do you honestly think I would play the theme tune too? All you ever wanted to know about sex and were afraid to ask? Harold Wilson, says Mackie Wack, for The Voice. This is The Voice. Have you any idea? And I mentioned yesterday when everything went horribly wrong, English today.
Nervous and is it going to be all right? You know.
Any idea who that is? Not going to listen too much of it. It's a very distinctive voice. Have you any idea who that is? Have another listen.
Nervous and is it going to be all right?
Nervous and is it going to be all right? It's that little twang at the end of the all right that I think gives it away. Who is that? It's a very, 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 very famous person, particularly in the UK, probably around the world, but who knows? The Deer Hunter, says Viv Huff, to something. Chariots of Fire. Harold Wilson we had. Anthony Hopkins from Viv Huff. No, it's not. Any other ideas who the voice is? I have seen what you typed. Midnight. Can't spell it. Don't need to spell it, as long as it sounds right. Let's have another listen to it. I think we've got a winner. Who is this very famous voice?
Nervous and is it going to be all right? You know, because every show is a different show, different people. You never know what's going to happen.
That's a little bit like Good Morning Buzzers. Different people, you never know what's going to happen. Bob Hoskins says 5. Michael Caine says pronto. But Midnight has already got it. It was indeed Bruce Forsyth. Let's have a listen to it again.
Nervous and is it going to be all right? You know, because every show is a different show, different people. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know what's going to happen, he says, nearly knocking the mouse on the floor. Let's type down next to Bruce Forsyth, who it was, Midnight. Midnight. Who gets 10,000 buzzer points for guessing Bruce Forsyth. I said Bruce Forsyth yesterday, says Mackie Wack. Mackie Wack, it all fell apart yesterday. It was all a little bit of a mess. So what we have to do, because we like to be fair, is now, next to Midnight, type Mackie Wack. So we have two winners. Mackie Wack and Midnight. Viv, have you got a spare handbag? That doesn't mean anything to you. You're not a regular watcher, are you? Or a listener. Viv Huff, when somebody wins, passes her handbag so that the winner can do a victory dance. And as we used to do, those of us that were girls, and I wasn't, in the 70s and 80s, you put your handbags on the floor and you dance around them. The shopping bag will do, says Mackie Wack. And Fee's left the room. Oh, gone to work early again. He's not famous over here, says Sasquatch. Sasquatch, a challenge for you today. I haven't got a voice for tomorrow. Can you please send me the name or a few names of Australian men and women? Oh, no, I said I'd have one. Hang on a minute. Let me write this down. If you don't think of one, if you don't send one, I'm sorry, frog in my throat, then I've got one. But please send me some Australian voices either for tomorrow or for the future. Right. Let's have another listen to the tune. So that's 10,000 buzzer points gone for the voice. The tune hasn't yet gone, but we don't want the tune. What we want is the film that the tune is from. What film is this tune from? It'll come along in a minute. Here we go. Any ideas? Can't play too much because it becomes pretty obvious very quickly. And we've got two jokes. Not Rolf Harris, I hope. No, not Rolf Harris, pronto. That's for the Australian voice. What we'll do in a minute is we'll switch to the site, have a look at that. That'll be the interval. And during the interval, something will change. So have a look around. Something's going to change. There's not a lot in the background to change, so it should be reasonably obvious. It's called Spot the Difference. Jumping Jack Flash says, no. If The Entertainer says midnight, no. If I haven't said the name of the film when you've typed it, please type it again. It just means I've missed it. The Blair Witch Project, says Viv Huff. This is joke number 1. 2 jokes going head to head, sent in by buzzers. You vote out of 10, somewhere between 0 and 10. You can tell I'm doing something else because I can't multitask. Everything goes horribly wrong, even when I just click to open something. Let's have a quick look in the room, and then let's do joke number 1. Blair Witch Project, Cabaret, Chicago, says Viv Huff. And here we go with joke number 1. Started to do it yesterday, but everything was breaking up. Where's my lovely lady with my cup of coffee? I had it earlier, the coffee. And this is a joke sent in by a buzzer. How many points is it worth? Understanding engineers. Engineers are very interesting sort of people. I mentioned yesterday, my daughter is doing a degree, my youngest daughter, a degree in engineering. So I send this joke to her. 2 engineering male students, that's relevant, were walking across a university campus, actually with Mardi Gras going on and it being on the forums. I suppose they don't have to be male, but they are. 2 male engineering students were walking across a university campus, just looking to see if Miller's coming in. She's not. When one said, "Where did you get such a great bike?" The second engineer replied, "Well, I was walking along yesterday." Oh, Viv Huff's got a coffee for me. Thanks, Viv. "Where did you get such a great bike?" Second engineer replied, "Well, I was walking along yesterday, minding my own business, when a beautiful woman rode up on this very bike, threw it to the ground, took off her clothes, threw them on the ground, and then said to me, 'Take what you want.'" So I took the bike. The second engineer said, he nodded approvingly, "Good choice. The clothes probably wouldn't have fitted you anyway." I think that's very good. But somehow since yesterday, I've deleted the middle of the joke. So when I looked out for the next sentence, it's not there. It wasn't difficult to remember that. I think that's quite good. He forgot the line, Lon. I forgot the line. It's gone. The middle of the joke is just not there. I've copied and pasted it from yesterday, but missed half of it off. Oh, no. 1. I don't believe it. I would have thought it's worth way more than that. Was it the way I told it? It's a 1 from Viv Huff. It's funny from Midnight. It's 1 from Sasquatch, but he's from Down Under, and all the humans upside down there. It's 1 from Mackie White. It's 9 from Witch Morgana. I see different senses of humour. 5 from Midnight. 5 from Mali IOM. 4 repetition, says Larry Virat. Marmaduke's joined us in the Good Morning Buzzers chat room. Too late for the joke, Marmaduke. You can vote anyway if you want. Anything from 0 to 10. 3 from John P. 5 from Pronto. Morning, Mom. And Viv Huff wonks at Marmaduke. Wonks. It's like that. But it's from Essex. You wonk at people in Essex, right? Morning all, says Marmaduke. Right, so that means joke number 1 has managed to get an average of 3.8. Cracker Jack, says Marmaduke. Well done. Okay, let's go to the break. Let's have a look around the site, see what's going on, and something will change in the room. When we come back, it's called Spot the Difference. Now, normally, recently, when I do this, it all goes horribly wrong. It's not going to go horribly wrong today because I tested it earlier and made a couple of adjustments. So when I click here, click to share a screen, share the screen, and then click here again. We should all be looking at the same screen, which is the Buzz 50 chat room, the Good Morning Buzzers chat room. And in the chat room, we've got all the people typing down this side. And then over this side here, we have got the people in the chat room, which are Witch Morgana, Pronto, Viv Huff, Larry Virat, John P, Midnight, Mackie Whack, Mali IOM, Marmaduke, and Sasquatch. Let's have a look at the maps on Buzz 50. Have you got yourselves on the map? This is the world map. If you go to the main page and click maps up here, world buzzers here, you can see everybody that's on the map. And the numbers are groups. There's 163 buzzers in. You can make it full screen if you want. 163 buzzers in that area there. 107 down in Southeast Australia. But then what you can also do is click to have a look at the online now buzzers. These are the buzzers online now. Let's the bouncy one is you or me in this case. Let's click somebody here. Oh, it's Fee, but he's left us, of course. Had to go off to work, and then somebody else. Let's go for here. Somewhere in the middle of the United. Oh no, who's this? Redman 86. What are you doing there in the Atlantic? And across here, Katie. Good morning to you. If we have a look at the social page, if you click here, you find the social page, and it's happy birthday today to Wafu and Lady Dreamer, who haven't been on the site for ages, but it's also happy birthday to Pops and Tough, who is a huge buzzer. Not physically, but it buzzes a lot. 25 new members yesterday, 7 today so far, from the USA, Canada, other, wherever other is, England, yes, and the Philippines, all over the world. We are truly international. Let's flick back to the site. So if I click there, click here, and then we can spot the difference. Click stop screen sharing. Hopefully I'm back. Hopefully for me. Anyway, maybe not for you. Can you spot the difference? Bit boring, because it's the same difference we've had a few times. But there you go. That's life at the moment. Midnight's left the room. And here we go with joke. Midnight's back in the room with joke number 2. Now, this is a joke sent in by a buzzer, but read out by me. And it's trying. Boris on chair, says Viv. Boris on carpet. Boris on both the chair and the carpet. This is Boris. Boris, for those of you that don't know, is the cousin, the Russian cousin, because we're in Russia at the moment, is the Russian cousin of Pony, who normally is with us when we're in England on Good Morning Buzzers. Careful, guys. There's a black hole near, whatever, says Witch Morgana, near the door. Right. Okay, here is joke number 2. It's a short joke, so pay attention. It's sent in by a buzzer. What do you get when you cross a parrot, brackets Viv Huff, with a shark? A bird that will talk your ear off. What do you get when you cross a parrot with a shark? A bird that will talk your ear off. So let's have votes for that. It's a very short joke. It was sent in by a buzzer, and it's got a chance of beating joke number 1, which got 3.8 out of 10. Please send in jokes. 04, says Pronto. 08, says Mackie Wack. Groan, says Viv Huff. I don't blame you. 0 from Viv Huff. Biased. 4 from John P. 4 from Witch Morgana. I like short, says Mackie Wack. 1. I was listening to a radio program last night called The Short Gentleman. Why is that relevant? I don't know. 3 from Midnight. I can't keep up, lol, says La Riviera. No idea what's going on. Most of us haven't. If you're watching this for the first time, buzz50.com is a social networking site for seniors over 50. This is just a friendly chat that we get together every morning at 7:30 UK time. What about the jokes I sent you, Mike? Huh? Okay, Viv, I'll get them out later. I sent them to you twice. I know. I've got them on Skype. That is joke number 2. And joke number 2 managed to get an average of 3.4, so it didn't win. Well, even though it got an 8 from somebody. Joke number 2 was sent in from down under by the one and only Sasquatch. Joke number 1, which was the winning joke with 3.8, was sent in by Pronto. And that joke will go on Facebook sometime. Thanks for that. Right. Okay, that's about it. What we do now is something called International Roll Call. The idea here is to give enough people an indication as to where we are from all around the world. We say where we're from, which helps, and then what time it is, because it's different times all around the world, and maybe a little bit of weather. I'll kick it off with 9:49 a.m. Russia, overcast, calm, probably cold, but in here it's hot. Gosh, I'm everyone's dad, says Midnight. Do come back and join us tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. If you're watching it recorded, again, do come and join us. Do also send any friends or bring a friend. Mackie Wax, 7:50 a.m. Lancashire on sea, hot and sunny. But we don't always believe Mackie Wax weather forecast. Pronto is 8:50 a.m. and there's white stuff outside his cave today. Oh no! Is today a good time to mention pocket money, says Marmaduke? Probably. Viv Huff, Essex, South East England, 7:50 a.m. and raining. Witch Morgana, 3:51 p.m. So probably not in England. No, Witch Morgana is in the Philippines. It's sunny and it's hot, hot, hot. Yorkshire, says Midnight, far from Essex, 7:50 a.m., 0 degrees. La Riviera, Viv, looking for someone to throw her away. Don't know what that means. And Viv Huff on the plane now, bestie. That's about it for today. Thank you all for joining in. Do come back tomorrow morning for another Good Morning Buzzers. Sasquatch is 6:52 p.m. Overcast most of the day, but sunny now. So that'll be somewhere down under. And that's it. Thank you all for joining in. Hopefully see you tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. UK time for another edition of Good Morning Buzzers.